Hey, Bo, laser truck track, a bypass to the bypass to the bypass, monkey dome, pork chunk days. What is this list?
Dude, the mayor's coming on today, and I had some really good ideas I wanted to throw at him for the show.
Oh, Bo, you can do that later.
Yeah, well...
Don't you just love this city?
How are we going to make it on another top 10 list without a monkey dome?
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
And now a man who runs from the office, Jason Suel!
Yeah! Welcome, folks. Later with Jason Suel, Entertainment Television with heart. So glad you're here with us on this Saturday night. Yeah, we got a lot of heart. Thump, thump, as our friend Case DeGario says. We don't know what that means, but he's our buddy, so we go.
Coming from Case, it probably means something creepy.
But we go along with it because we love him. And he's going to be on this episode. We've got a Case in the Joint segment coming up a little bit later on the episode. Chris Engholm, our Ozark surfer friend, is going to be joining us for a segment. We have got the amazing, honorable Mayor Lionel Jordan joining us on the program.
Mayor!
We have all of those things happening on this program. We're excited that you're here with us, and right now we're going to go over to a new segment we've been doing. It's our Sam's Furniture Spotlight.
Furniture doing good. Shine the spotlight on your neighborhood. Sam's Furniture.
We're here at Sam's Furniture in the dining gallery, and I'm here with Mike Williams from the NWA Food Bank. Tell us a little bit about the food bank.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. The Northwest Arkansas Food Bank is a local nonprofit, and we're the largest hunger relief agency in Northwest Arkansas. We serve a 4-county area that includes Benton, Carroll, Madison, and Washington counties.
Tell me, if somebody wanted to get involved or if someone wanted to utilize this resource, how would they?
Yeah, so someone looking for support can call our office and we'll direct them to the closest food pantry in their area, and that number is 479-872-8774. For someone who's looking to get involved either by giving or volunteering, they can visit our website, www.nwafoodbank.org.
About how much food would you say a food bank of your size would contain? On any given day?
On any given day, we can probably have around 500,000 to 1 million pounds on hand.
That is a lot of food.
And we're turning that over about every 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh.
Last year, we distributed 12.5 million pounds.
I was looking around Sam's Furniture earlier, and I thought, man, if there's going to be so much food, you're going to need a giant fork. They have these here.
This will be helpful. Yeah. I mean, you could eat a lot of food with that fork.
Millions of pounds, maybe?
Today I'm hiking in the Boston Mountains, looking for the headwaters of the Buffalo River. This is the first trickle of our country's premier national river, protected in 1972 and now visited by over 1 million of us each year. Many of you have hiked along this river using the Buffalo River Trail. As you meandered along the path, did you ever wonder whose job it was to build this trail? This 150-mile trek that snakes through the woods, along the bluff line, passing old Ozark cabins? One of the national park's first projects was to design a hiker's trail that would follow the river from headwaters to the White River. Construction began in the 1980s and continues to this day. Although many people have been involved, one man was there at the beginning and is still there today. When Assistant Superintendent Jim Lyles put out the call for help in creating the new trail, Ken Smith was one of the first to volunteer. An author and conservationist, Ken had already investigated every bend of the river and written about it in his ever-popular guidebooks. He'd been active here since 1953 and had been a crusader for preserving the park's crown jewel, Lost Valley. And in the 1960s, he worked alongside Dr. Neil Compton to save the Buffalo River from 2 Army Corps dam projects. Jim recognized that Ken had a special talent for trail making, and he soon turned over its design to Ken. After 10 years of work, 37 miles had been built from the town of Ponca to the overpass in Pruitt. Unfortunately, federal budget cuts required that the final leg of the trail be built with hand tools by volunteers. Undaunted, Ken and his team have been cutting the 28-mile path from Woolham to Buffalo Point since 2005. This might sound strange, but when you're hiking a Ken Smith trail, you know it. Ken starts the work on a topo map, but soon finds it necessary to work his vision directly on the land.
I've been with Ken in what seemed to be just a scrub woods, and Ken stood there, and he could look down through these trees, and he just saw where the trail would go. He saw where the best view would be. He saw where you could best crawl through some rocks to make it exciting. He is a true landscape trail building artist.
Ken summarizes his intentions simply.
We want a trail that is beautiful.
With the BRT, trailblazer Ken Smith has accomplished that goal. If you'd like to join Ken's effort, contact the Ozark Society or the Ozark Highland Trail Association.
Later with Jason Suel is presented by Experience Fayetteville. Experience Fayetteville. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, welcome back, folks, to Later with Jason Suel. We are honored to have Mayor Lionel Jordan joining us on the program. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
It's great being here.
Yeah.
Jason, great being here.
So, just for our Northwest Arkansas audience, what year did you become mayor of Fayetteville?
I was elected in 2008. I took office in 2009. This is my 3rd term.
You've been mayoring quite a bit here in
Yeah,
Northwest
you
Arkansas.
I've been around the block.
What made you want to be mayor?
Well, you know, some of the things we were looking at in 2008 was we felt that we wanted an economic vision for the city. One of the things that I wanted to run on was building the economic engine of the city, which is, you know, included the arts. And I ran on a what they call later on was dubbed the Mayor's Box, which is a 4-lane boulevard road with a bike lane all the way around the city, which got people out and around, which allowed us to, if you wanted to, you could take a car, you could ride a bike. If we had a good public transit system, you could take the bus, or you could walk all the way around the city. So we have built that through 3/4 of the city, which seemed like a far-fetched dream, is almost to become a reality.
You go back to 2008. I mean, Fayetteville was a very different place in that respect.
We were in the middle of that recession, and we felt like that. I thought we could really manage the money. That's a key thing that you have to be able to do if you're an elected official, is properly manage taxpayers' money. And
of course.
I always tell folks, what's your philosophy on money management? I said, well, it's real simple. I got so much coming in, so much going out. My job's to keep us between the road ditches. So
just keep it between the ditches.
So that's some of the things that we ran on. We believed in. I really believed in a partnership-based government that I certainly wanted to establish. Where we believe in a partnership-based government, no matter what the color of your skin or your religious belief or what country you come from or who you love, you're all a part owner of this city, and we move her forward together. And they said, wow, will that work? And I said, well, we'll never know till we try. And here we are.
And it's been working.
And it's been working.
And it's admirable. I mean, that's something that we all kind of strive for, you know? So it's great to have that leadership coming from the mayor of the city. So we're here at Fayetteville Public Television where this show is produced, and I'm curious as to if FPTV has played a role in your time as mayor.
Oh, absolutely, because when I first ran for city council, just to give you an example, I didn't have any money to run on at all, but public access television, and I always told folks I ran that campaign on coffees and no money, coffees, cookies, and public access television. Yeah. And it was, we could
pretty good list.
We could get our word out. But it was interesting enough. We ran and won that race, and then I spent 2 terms on the council. It's 3rd term as mayor. It's 18 years.
It's amazing.
But it played a huge part. It still plays a huge part. I always tell people, I said, go down, get engaged, and we got classes and things. You can learn how to produce and do your own programs. That's what this public access
That's
television
right.
stuff does in the government channel.
Yeah.
It gets the word out.
It's unique, and it's a platform for people to get the word out.
We're transparent and open, and if I leave a legacy, I hope I leave a legacy of love and peace and hope.
Yeah. Speaking of love, I've seen it on bags and paraphernalia around. You kind of have a saying, Mayor Lionel Jordan. What is it? What do you say?
Don't you just love this city?
Don't you just love this city? Let's look into the camera and say it together. Are you ready? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Don't you just love this city?
Mayor Jordan right here on Later with Jason Suel. Thanks for being here, Mayor.
Great
Stick
to be
around.
here.
We got more coming up later.
Previously on Galactic Raiders. After the theft of a pace car of the Flex Circuit, the Raiders find themselves on the run from the Rally Spiral Racing Commission. With a price on their heads, they are seeking new ways to assuage the authorities and evade disaster.
Sir, sensors indicate a large disturbance in the neighboring galaxy.
Captain, sensors indicate a disturbance in the neighboring galaxy. Wait a second. The only thing that makes that kind of disturbance is a star whale.
According to our sensors and the viewer, this one is unusually pale and also seems quite full.
Could it be the Galuga star whale? Sir, we are nowhere near the Galuga system. Quiet! I've got a feeling that's the one, and if it is, that means inside it is
Kaloro's leg!
The Pirellian crystals in that leg could get us close to enough credits to get the price off our heads. Captain, the disappearance of Captain Kaloro is only fabled to be associated with the Galuga whale.
Plus, how would we possibly be able to find and retrieve the leg from the whale?
We have to go in after it.
Wait, are you suggesting that we
get eaten by a whale?
Captain, we found it. Our sensors led us right to the Pirellian crystals that power the leg.
Mission accomplished, team. But Captain, how are we going to get out of the star whale? Well, let's just say it won't be pretty.
Will this be the end of the Raiders? Will the end of the Raiders be at the end of a whale? And which end? Tune in next time to find out on Galactic Raiders! Huey and Jen.
Our musical guests brought to you by Walden Arts Center, presenting the new West Street Live series.
And then the band said, I was talking to the duck.
Trevor! Trevor!
Looky, here comes Cookie.
Oh, hey, it's the Grandpa. Hey, Chris. Hey, we're looking for our dog, Trevor. Have you seen a dog?
He looks like a dog.
Have not seen a dog through here. Have not seen a dog. Rat. We saw that rat.
That's too bad. Okay, we're going to keep looking.
Yeah. Okay, well, have we have an idea for you. We got a little song here about a lost dog. Chris got a song.
Oh, a song?
That's Dorothy and Vern's dog.
Oh, yeah, Dorothy and Vern.
Tell them about that. Maybe you'll just bring your dog back in.
Maybe there's some good advice in here.
Yeah, listen up.
The song works, yeah.
Yeah.
Dorothy and Vern were sitting up there, flea market stand.
I like flea
Tinkerbell wandered outside and the wind stole her from the land.
Oh, Tinkerbell is the dog's name.
Dog outside when the wind is blowing.
Well, we let the dog outside. That's probably our problem.
Tears will be flowing. Tears will be flowing. 5 pounds was all she weighed.
All dog.
When the wind came up that day, 70-mile gust blew.
That's a lot of wind.
You got it.
It's a tornado.
They reached out to grab her, weren't quite fast enough. Off she flew like a paper plane. Things were mighty rough.
I imagine so.
Sounds scary.
Some say chihuahuas can't fly. I'm here to tell you it's
Your
so.
hero, Trevor.
Wind poofs out their ears, fear full yelp, let's go. Don't let your dog outside
when the wind is blowing. When your dog is swept away, tears will be flowing. Tears will be flowing.
Tell them about it. Tell them what happened.
They found her collar across the street. That's
collar?
all that they found.
No.
Fear she met her doom that day. Woe to that poor hound.
I miss Trevor.
Two searched high and low, even went out on the radio. And the psychic called in and said, Tinkerbell's across the road.
Oh, we need a psychic. Let's get one. Psychic.
Don't let your dog outside
when the wind is blowing. When your dog is swept away, tears will be flowing. Tears will be flowing.
Vern jumped in the car and sped to the woods by the road. Dot yelled after Tinkerbell with a bark and a yelp she showed.
That's encouraging.
Don't let your dog outside
when the wind is blowing. When your dog is swept away, tears will be flowing. Tears will be flowing.
I tell you now, tornadoes will do some weird things. I saw over in Dexter County, a tornado blew a chicken into a 1-gallon clear jug.
Really?
Yeah, he's still alive in there. His eye was all you could see moving was his eye.
Oh.
Everything's so tight there. Tinkerbell's collar, the name on her collar got all mixed around in the tornado.
Really?
It said Pinkertail. Tornadoes will do weird things, man.
Oh.
I'm not kidding you.
We gotta find Trevor!
I think a fairy sprinkled her dust on little Miss Tinkerbell that day. With a magic touch, the lost has found her way.
Don't let your dog outside when the wind is blowing. When your dog is swept away, tears will be flowing. Tears will be flowing. Oh, Instagram Pa and Chris, that's a nice song, but we're still looking for Trevor.
Yeah,
He's still gone.
Trevor!
Trevor.
He's right there. This is him. He's a pretty dog right here.
The song
Hey,
brought him.
Trevor.
Oh.
He came home. There he is right there.
We found you.
Good boy. The song brought him home.
All right.
All right, everybody, welcome to Case in the Joint. We are joined today by no other than Amber Paradin of Team Springdale. Amber, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
But we're here because of tacos. And there's a whole story that we're going to get into later about the whole idea. You've heard of Taco Tico and how Tico is actually what tacos really are, but we'll talk about that later. But we're talking about the Springdale Taco Tour, which is something that is just like caught fire. What is it and what it's all about? What is it all about?
Essentially, we wanted to just highlight some of the finest eateries that we felt like Springdale had to offer, and those are the taquerias. And so they offer some of the most authentic food and people and experiences that you can have in Springdale. And so instead of them kind of being this ambiguous thing, we decided to kind of flip that on its head and you know, fling the doors open and let people come in and try it. And so that's what the taco tour was that was the root of our attempt to try to get people in the doors of the taquerias.
Look at the rich, beautiful, edible culture of Springdale. Come in and try it and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you said that beautifully. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We want people to experience these authentic foods that are just right here in our backyard. And sometimes, you know, I felt like at least the story was, you know, 3 or 4 years ago when we started the taco tour, and this has been my experience, the taquerias were something I wasn't quite familiar with. I wasn't sure if that was something that I should walk into, you know, so I felt like once we kind of broke that barrier, we were trying to break down those walls for everyone else and say that these are small businesses that need your support just like anyone else, and they have some of the most authentic and beautiful foods. So
it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's very altruistic in nature. And speaking of beautiful things, this young man is going to make his way over with, I believe, some oysters. Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. And these oysters, sir, and these oysters I believe they're authentic and they came from Beaver Lake, correct? No, that's not true. Is that true? He's like, no, that's not true. Okay, I totally made that up. Their first stop, Charlie's Taqueria. A lot of taquerias, I don't know that any other ones really have oysters like this. I don't think they do. So we have oysters here, and they've kind of churched them up with a little pico de gallo and some avocado. Also, your sopes, which is one of your favorites, and we have the carnitas as well as the chorizo, which is the traditional Mexican sausage that's so fantastic. Of course, the hibiscus drink, which I love hibiscus, and it's actually supposed to be pretty good for you too. Beautiful chips and salsa. And then finally, the creme de la creme, the michelada. The michelada is like a bloody beer, so it's like almost like a Bloody Mary, but you actually do it with Mexican beer. All right, I want to thank you, Amber Paradin, for today's tour of Springdale, the Springdale Taco Tour, Team Springdale at its best. What an incredible day. You took us to some really fantastic places. I'm telling you, we've seen, eaten, smelled, tasted things that we've never thought in the world that we could. How did that happen? Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been my pleasure to show you around some of the just treasures that Springdale has.
I mean, they're all over the place, and you in Northwest Arkansas, as residents, citizens, people that love food, do yourself a favor, do your families a favor, and do Springdale a favor. Come out to the Springdale Taco Tour. Amber Paradin, thank you so much. We'll do it again soon.
Yes, let's please do.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Case in the Joint.
Yeah, folks, thanks for tuning in to Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave this episode, we're going to thank our guests, the amazing Chris Ingholm.
Don't forget Case DeGario.
And Mayor Lionel Jordan. That's our show. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Woo!